Hello, YouTube modeling community. Who am I? I'm the one and the only Rusty Rotor. Take that. Now, today is normally our what's on the bench. I have started a little something only because there's a deadline. I want to kind of stay on track with that. Falls in line with everything I set my goals for this year. And I've got so much that's kind of come in and is relevant that I got to break it up. I can't do it all in one. It'd be another 2-hour video, and I swear that there was never going to be another one. So today's video is sponsored by Ryan Jones. Everybody knows him. Everybody should love the man for what he does, and that's zforce Model Works. I'm going to try to break these gentlemen up because they are all equally important to me. Primarily, number one is Mark at Hobby Nut Models. He does more for me than I could even ask for, and so does Ryan. They're my two top guys. But today is all about Ryan and Ryan Jones's products. He sent us because he had vacation and some other things that just put him behind on our things. So he's graciously sent us quite a bit here. So, and one that I'm super proud of. And we're going to, little teaser today. We're going to reveal it when we get to it. First, we're going to start off with, I said something a while back. I don't know how many people paying enough attention that follow along with it. As you can tell, I'm a little nasally, my rosy little nose. Allergies. They kick in and kick off all throughout the year. Give me very little break. But my wife had said, if I pass this test, I'm going to build a model. I was like, oh, are you? Because I've asked her a million times, and she said, no, I don't have enough time. I got other hobbies, and there's always an excuse. And I get that, because she does have other hobbies. She loves to knit, sew. She's crafty in ways. Her main thing is essential oils. She's very holistic, and the way she eats, the way she takes care of herself, so on and so forth. Which brings me to this. There was a gentleman, and I think it was Monday's video, asked about the air purifier that I'm using. So, I've had a couple of friends that run one of these idiotic machines back here tell me they use like 2 of them in their shop and you can't smell it at all. I'm like, really? So my wife had bought me the little ones I showed you before, the little Anycubic. They're just carbon activated. Excuse me. Down the wrong pipe. They're carbon activated, so I'm sure they don't last real long. I have to order new carbons for them. So I did my due diligence and I did some research. And this is how I came upon this purifier. It's a Leviat. Because that little thing in there, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but we're going to call it Leviat. Levioit. Maybe that's how it's spelled. Levioit. Anyways. This little sucker, first price. I didn't want to pay an astronomical amount of price. Remember, we're balling on a budget. So I was like, well, I don't even know what these things cost. So I started doing my research. And I saw a wide variety. And then I started looking at the star reviews. Anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5 plus stars. And this one had a 5+ star rating. I was like, okay, $50. It was Prime, so there's no shipping. Next was the functions. Were they easy for this dummy to operate it and maintain it and so on and so forth? Yes, it has a design similar to a shop vac, where the bottom container contains the filtration system. It's a 3-stage filtration. There's an outer ring for heavy particles, an inner ring for your small particles, and then a carbon filter that has to be replaced every 4 to 6 months, it says. The center filtration can be lightly wiped out or lightly vacuumed out to maintain its life a little longer. The outer one can be cleaned, just in soap and water in the sink. Let it dry before you put it back in. You can wipe out or vacuum out the container. 3 speed functions, low, medium, and high. 1 button that controls it, which is the power button. And it also has, guessed it yet? That's right. It has a drawer that you push. It's like spring-loaded, so you push it in and it pops out. It's got a little felt disc in there that you can use your essential oils. So it kind of diffuses in the air as it's purifying. You would say, well, it sucks in, so as it puts out, yes. But it purifies the whole room, so the smell is going to be in your whole room. Weapon of choice for me is lemongrass. I love the smell. It makes it smell clean. I love that citrusy smell, so that's what I've chosen. And I'm waiting on that to come in the mail. But that little felt disc can be replaced, and you can choose a different scent, whatever you want to put in it. You push it, and it clicks and locks in place. You just turn it on, set your settings. It's 12 volts, but it's got a power pack that converts from 120 volts down to 12 volts. It has the star seal approval on it, so it's been tested, works very well. This thing purifies 178 square feet. My shop's bigger than that. You say, well, yeah, it is a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. But for what I need it for is to mask the smell of this junky thing back here. I call it junky. I haven't fired it back up yet. I still got to do the maintenance to it, replace the vat, re-level, recalibrate it and all that, and then I want to run a test print. I've got some parts I need to print for old Tom at Rambler 69, so we're going to try to get that all taken care of tomorrow and run a print and see how well it does. And we've got a file that we need to print out to go along with this gentleman that we're going to get to here in a minute. But you guys, in your hobby room, this thing will suck in the dust when you're trying to paint. It's just another tool in my arsenal. My next tool for my arsenal is I said I'd never get one, but kind of going to break down and get one because I'm using a lot of MCW products now, and my room stays about 62 degrees down here, as high as 70, give or take. In the winter, it gets to about 68 to 75, or a little higher in the summer with the AC running. So it's pretty climate controlled down here, but paint is the key. So a dehydrator. Where are you going to put that, Rusty? Good question. That's why we extended the paint table. That'll be its new home. All the stuff there is just kind of randomly placed, but it can be rotated down. I have space back here still. So a lot of the stuff you'll see, it'll come down here and get organized and set here. The dehumidifier will sit out here on the end. So when I'm done painting, I can reach right over and put it in the dehydrator and get that paint cured. Nothing more than to wait 3 or 4 extra days or longer before I can handle the body to keep moving along with the build. So that's the next thing. And I know Jason at Blue Ox had just got one. I've seen a couple other guys just get some. My buddy back here in the garage with Zippy just got one. Same conditions. He's out in the garage. It's heated and it's air conditioned in the summer, but the types of paints you work with may require longer periods of time, and you don't always have that luxury of just waiting. And now I'm in that situation where I don't always have that luxury, where before I didn't really care. I put it in a display case, which is dust proof, kept junk from settling down into the clear coat or the paint, and I was fine with that because I could move on, or I'd start another build, whatever it be. Staying on track with getting things done. That way I can cure it in a day. I can get it handling, I can get it foiled or painted, get the decals on it, get my next coat of clear on it if I need to, and then back in the dehydrator and get the process moving a little faster. So, yeah, great arsenal to have in your room, especially when it comes to painting and being able to breathe. Purify your air, guys. for $50. It depends on, you may have to get two of them depending on the size of your room. But I wouldn't think, if you got a room as big or bigger than mine, two of them would be more than enough to do it. I mean, that's what, 200, that's 300 and almost 350 square feet, give or take. That's a lot of room for a hobby room. And if you guys got them that big, I want to see them. I love that, but I mean, I'd love to have a room that big. I don't need it, you know. So there's your answers. I can't remember. I meant to write your name down, but there you go. Information on that. Amazon is where I got it. So check it out. Next is a longtime subscriber, Mr. Butch, of Butch's Basement Builds. If you're not following him, get over there, tell him Rusty sent you. Name of the channel right there. He does some amazing stuff. He's not, you know, locked into any one particular thing, but he builds some really neat hot rods. And a really nice paint job. He likes thinking outside the box, and you know, kudos to him for that. So get over there and check him out. Butch, thank you for the kind words. You're going to go up on the, don't know which wall. It's become wall of fame now. The shelves are full. I'm now mounting shop cards on the walls. So you're definitely going up there with all the rest of them. Thank you again. Mr. Craig Wallace, another long-time subscriber, was interested in the pie wagon. Let me get it turned right. As you can see, it is factory sealed. This is going out tomorrow morning to him. He did purchase it. The other two are still available if anybody's interested. And then as I go through and weed out, and whether I'll let you know if it's just parts or if it's a whole kit, sealed, still bagged, whatever it is. And if you guys are interested, you just gotta let me know via email. Same way, shop cards. I got about a dozen left. So you guys hit me up in the email that you want to do shop card trade, or you just want a shop card, and I'll get one out to you right away. My wife just dropped off. Little Mad Money, guys. So you can see that. That goes into my hobby account. That is to further these dioramas, and some things she's got going on, because, you know, my shop is her shop. So, and leading back to that, she will be in here because she did promise if she passed that test, she's going to do a build. She has picked her build. We're going to pick it up tomorrow. And her paint is very girly. I get it, but she did pick a great set of wheels and tires. Of course, they're Ryan Jones, to go on her build. She picked the AMT 1950 Chevy 3100 pickup. It will be slammed. Color choice is pink. Lighter than what? Right there. Lighter than the Belvedere she picked out a couple years ago. A lighter shade of pink. We're going to have some custom decals probably made for it. She wants the boho theme on it, because in real life that she's into all that boho and, you know, like I said, holistic stuff. I got to print off some little flower pots for her, and she's going to fill those up with little flowers and put in the bed, so it's like a delivery truck for a flower company or a flower store. But these are the wheels she picked. So the fat white walls, the centers will be pink, or the wheel, and then the center hubcap will be chrome, and then I'll show her how to black wash to make that detail pop out. That's what's going on it, along with the detail I just said. So tomorrow we got a busy day. We're going to go pick her kit out, get her paint, everything. I don't know when she's going to get in here and get started on it, but hopefully soon. But imagine, like I said, I'm 57 years old, guys, that I inspired my wife enough that she wants to get in here and at least attempt. She normally wouldn't at all, ever. She never has. She's always supported me in the hobby for 30 years. She just never showed any interest in it. As much as I asked her, hey, you want to build one? I'll help you, you know. Well, no, I got too many other things. I got other hobbies. And she does. She's got a lot of hobbies. So the little bug has caught her now. And that makes me feel very humbled and great to know that everything I did in here and everything I do and on these videos, I don't know how many of them she watches. She may do it in secret. I don't know. But I've inspired her, of all people, to want to build a model. And she just came out of the blue and said, hey, if I pass this test, I'm going to build a model. Whoa. Okay. Great. Sure. When she passed, and I said, well, what kind of model do you want to build? I said, there's cars, there's trucks, there's whatever. There's tons. Gundams, there's miniatures, whatever. I said, there's girly miniatures, it's a model. That's what you put into it. She said, I think I want to do a truck. God, give me a second here. Okay. And she's done her research. She picked out a truck. She picked out the color. She wants a real wooden bed in the back of it. She wants it lowered. She wanted fat white walls on it. She's done all of her due diligence on the research and how she wants this to be. So now I get to sit back and I can get to guide her and show her, well, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is, each step of the way, and stand back and let her do it. And let her make her mistakes and help her correct them and show her how to correct them and all that. So it makes me really feel really good. And that's, you guys remember, that's why I built this room this way. I could have just built this room and kept it a man cave and a model room and just been content with that. But I wasn't content. That was the whole thing. The more I sat in here, the more I felt, I didn't do this right. I started a YouTube channel when I shouldn't have started it. A lot of things I did wrong and had the wrong perspective on, of not what the hobby's about, but what I'm about. And I love to pay it forward. I love to be there to help, suggest, give ideas, inspire, promote the hobby. As much as I like to be inspired and, helped and everything else, just like anybody else, because I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I learn new stuff all the time by watching you guys out there. So, yeah, that's great. Which brings me to this gentleman here. He has a YouTube channel, and I highly, highly recommend going to watch this stuff. Now, I'm going to give you some background. This gentleman lives in Barcelona, Spain, so he's not here in the continental United States. But I got to tell you, this is one of the nicest and kindest men I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. I'd been talking to Lee, and Lee was telling me, hey, Alvis is needing this, needing this. Like, yeah, I've exhausted all my resources. I can't, nobody's willing to get involved in it to create this kit, basically, for Alvis. And, Alvis isn't in the best of health. He's a fantastic modeler. Most everybody's got to meet him at one show or another. You've got to see his work via Tim at Throttle Power. Did a little segment on him, the truck that he built, and other trucks he's built, and just other models in general. His hobby room is spectacular, where he built, where he sits down and builds. He's just not able to do it anymore. Hopefully, maybe he can get back at it a little bit and maybe build some more. But this one thing was, important to him that he had in his possession, and we were exhausting every resource that I had, that Lee had. And this gentleman stepped up and said, sure, I'd love to do it. So he's working on that. And he gave a time deadline of when he'd have it done to Lee. Lee's kind of taken the reins, where we both were kind of boom, 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 boom. I kind of fell short because all my leads were exhausted. Lee's leads were exhausted, and then along came this gentleman. And me and Lee had been talking about this guy. And just out of the blue, I look at my DMs on Instagram, and there's this gentleman. Didn't even put two and two together as who we were talking about. But he asked to do a shop card trade. Or a sticker for a sticker. And I was like, I don't have stickers, I apologize. But I do have a shop card. I'll trade you a shop card for a sticker. He said, sure, great. So I sent it to him. And he sent me the stickers. You guys get a check? Now, I don't know if you can scan that on your TV or your phone. That's a gentleman. His name is Pablo. It's Pablo Model Kits. Yes, Pablo Model Kits. He is on YouTube. Now, more backstory. Even his stamps have his logo on it. How freaking cool is that? He got a stamp made. Puts his logo on the stamp. That's absolutely freaking mind-boggling. So he gets mine yesterday. He drops me a DM. He says, brother, he said, these stamps that are on here, and they're just the collector series automotive stamps that I put on everybody's, right now, that's all I have. These are absolutely the best stamps I've ever held in my hands. Dude. How we take a stamp for granted and how much it means to somebody else. It's all the way over in Barcelona, Spain, which is a beautiful country. I want to go see it so bad. And hopefully one day I will get to do that because it's on my bucket list. So I got a sticker. So one's going to go in the fridge, and the other two I'm going to probably put somewhere else in the shop where I can see them every day because they mean a lot. Especially, Pablo, thank you for the kind words on the letter. It's personal, so I'm not going to read it. But if you're not following him, get to his YouTube channel, Pablo Model Kits. Tell him Rusty sent you. And you're going to find that this gentleman is also a designer, a 3D designer. Most of what he builds is his own designs. He first designs it, then he goes through the whole 3D printing process, prints it out, and then he builds it, and then he adds the detail to it. They're beautiful works of art, and you'll see that on his channel. So start at the beginning. He doesn't have a buttload of videos up, but he's got quite a few. It's definitely, a good couple hours, few hours more of viewing time to watch what this man can do. And as another thing, he designed some things, and he sent me the file for it. That's going to be imperative to what I do. So as soon as I can get this junk fired back up and working properly, we're going to print this off, and we're going to delve even deeper into Mr. Pablo. He is a definite godsend to this hobby. He is a die-hard modeler. He has the same beliefs as I do, and as a lot of you guys out there do. And he deserves a little respect from us to take a few minutes out of our day and watch one of his videos, or all of them. Beautiful. I mean, most of his are imported sports cars, but he designed them. They're not. It's not a copy. It's what he designed. He took the time to CAD design it, take that and create a file, put the file into a splicer, and splice that file out, and scale it, and then print it out, and prep it, and paint it, and build it, and they're just stunning. I can't say nothing more. So if you get the time, or make the time, to go check out Pablo's Model Kits. And again, tell him Rusty sent you, because we need to get him way up there in subs. His actions speak for themselves. His work speaks for itself. The kindness of this gentleman speaks for itself. And Pablo, I appreciate you, and I appreciate all this stuff and the files that you sent me. I look forward to, future work, and staying in contact. I like this. I like this a lot. That he took his time out and he wrote a nice letter, handwritten letter. By the way, guys, and in cursive. You don't see that a lot nowadays. Taking it out of most of schools, and it's kind of an art form in itself. I don't know how old the gentleman is, but to me, he's a good friend. So that pretty much covers mail call. So Monday is going to be a mail call, but it's going to be dedicated to one person, and that is MGSF. That's the channel's new sponsor. How much involved they will be is yet to be determined. But they did send a box of fantastic, now that I've had them in my hands, fantastic looking parts that the everyday model car builder can use, and some that are devoted to the race car fans, because at the end of the day, he is primarily into race cars, and he designs what he likes, but yet designs things that are going to be available for the community. He has several spots that you can get the stuff. Most of you have researched and checked him out. He has a new place of origin where his parts can be located and purchased at, and that is Hero Boy. Most everybody's familiar with them. They carry fantastic stuff. They're pretty much easy to deal with and a little time consuming, and then the shipping's there. Now, MGSF is also trying to branch out here in the United States, which will be very beneficial to us. For people that do like the product, would like to see that added, and it's just beneficial to get what you want right here in the United States. It's less shipping, it's less time waiting on your parts. So he is making the attempt to branch out here. So that's going to be great when they finally do it. And we'll see how that transpires. But right now, Monday will be dedicated, and that video will be sponsored by MGSF. And none of these sponsors that I have, whether it's MGSF, every once in a while, Iceman Collections, Ryan Jones, and Mark at Hobby Nut Models, they're all equally important, but some stand above and beyond. And the two that always stand above and beyond is Mark at Hobby Nut Models and Ryan Jones. They primarily keep me going in this hobby with stuff to bring to the channel. And the other ones are, just to kind of keep it fresh and new and have some new content. And I greatly appreciate all of them. So I don't want anybody ever to say, well, you got too many sponsors. No, you really can never have too many sponsors, as long as they're sponsors that help you along your path that you choose. You don't want 15 paint sponsors. That's just greedy. That's ridiculous. You don't need that. I primarily have what I need in those aspects through Mark. Constantly sending a new kit to review and open, and then I build it as a thank you to him. And then as I can, I order paints from him, a model kit from him, whatever I need. Ryan Jones, same way. If I want something special, I pay for them. I buy them from Ryan Jones. What he sends to the channel is just for us to review them, let you guys know where you can get them. Generally the price, but the prices are always pretty much the same across the board. But mainly where you can get them at. And, we're going to get to those here next. So enough about fine gentlemen. We're going to go through these pretty quick. We're saving the last set for last. This first set, everybody's primarily aware of. That's either been on Instagram, Facebook, or what have you. These are Ken Block tribute wheels. These are 19 by 9 for the front and 19 by 12 for the rear. These are free on Colts. I mean, you gotta have a 3D printer or know somebody that 3D prints. Get the file. They're a beautiful replica wheel of what was on the Unicorn Mustang. I don't know if he had them on any other car. He may have, but I like Ken Block, and I've watched most of his videos, but I didn't pay that close attention to the vehicles other than just fascination of how much horsepower and what the vehicle could do. I just wish somebody would make a kit now. But I'm probably going to get a little picture of Ken Block. I'll probably paint these, glue them together, paint them, get some rotors in behind them, and then just put them on tire stands or something. Next to his picture is just a little tribute of my own up here on the shelf somewhere. But go get you the file. They're available on Colts 3D, and they're free. So thank you, Ryan, for that. As everything else here. These are also available on Colts through Ryan Jones. So, check out his Colts page. These are Budnick Tusk 2, 20 by 9, 20 by 12. So, getting a little wider in the back. That's a good width. Again, available on Colts. Beautiful wheel. It would take 2 hours to go and open all these up, guys, and look at them. We're going to open a couple of these and take a closer look, but most of them we're just going to get into it. Retro. These are beautiful wheels for a retro build. An old 40s, 50s car, even some of the 60s. These look excellent on, especially from the late 80s, early 90s, all the way through mid 90s, really. Very popular wheel. Good on any vehicle, truck, car, van, doesn't matter. They look great on them. Another one on Colts. US Mags Standard, 19 by 9, 20 by 12. With domed and flat caps. So you get 2 sets of center caps. So you get to choose which one you want to use. And then you'll have an extra set for whatever. I call them torque thrusts. You can call them whatever you want. These things are absolutely beautiful. One of my top 5 wheels that I go to. They look good on, if there was a universal wheel, these are it. They look good on no matter what you put them on. I don't care what make or model the car is. Van, truck, car, station wagon. It don't matter. They look excellent on them. And now they're available through Ryan Jones, zforce Model Works on Colts. I'll do his last, no, not last, but next anyways. Okay, so we got it separated. These are also available on Colts. These are the Chevy Rallies. Or I call them the Corvette Rallies. They are a spitting image of the real thing, just in miniature. You can get the center caps. Paint them to your desired choice. These are 18 by 8s for the front and 19 by 12s for the rear. So you get that nice offset staggered. Get that rake you want. And go to Colts. Check them out. Get you a set. Won't be disappointed. Now again, the ones that are on Colts, you got to buy the file and you got to have the way of having one of these junky things back here. And to produce them, or a friend or family member that does it, and get you a nice set of wheels. Last but not least, US Mag's Indy. I love these wheels. You know, we're going back to the 70s and the 80s style look, which I absolutely love for certain cars. These are 19 by 8s and 20 by 14s, so we're getting really wide. These are available on Colts also. A lot like the American slots, American racing wheels. Nice, beautiful deep dish for the back, and super fat wide tires. Ryan knows what I like. I mean, that's I get standard for the front, and I always get the fatties for the rear. Because there's nothing better looking at a model or a real hot rod and seeing a big set of fat tires in the back. Nothing better. Now, first, we're going to do these. These have been out for a little while, so a lot of people are familiar with them. These are available through Joel at Iceman Collections. These are American Racing Vector 15 by 8 and 15 by 10. Now, they're not only just that. It's what they represent. They're iconic. It's the Dukes of Hazzard. BF Goodrich Comp TA radials, and that iconic Dukes of Hazzard wheel. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And they look good on anything. A van, a truck, like a 50s truck. Just some ideas, guys, but beautiful looking tires and wheels. Another set in that series that we looked at before. These are the Mickey Thompson Indy Profile tires, available in 10 or 70 series, 60 series, and 50 series tires, and SLS variants. These are also available through Joel at Iceman Collections. They got the 5-spoke Kragers in them, and then those tires. I don't know if you guys can see those. Get that detail. Very prominent detail. Easy to paint the letters, paint the tires. Great tread pattern. I'm figuring these are the 50 series because they are very wide. They're close to 3/4 of an inch wide. Great for an old school hot rod. You want that old school look? There you go. Go check out Joel. Tell him Rusty sent you. And then last from that'll be available through Joel at Iceman Collections is the Forge Line GX3s. 19 by 10s for the front, 19 by 13s for the rear. So you get a little bit wider tire in the front and even wider for the back. These are beautiful. I've already got a build picked out for them. Beautiful tire. I love the wheel. These are going on another 69 Nova that I've been wanting to build for a long time. My wife absolutely loves it. And if I don't use them for the Nova, we've also seen them on a 67 Chevelle. So I got two options that I can put these on, but they are going on one or the other. So that's it from Ryan, and it's it from what will be available at Joel at Iceman Collections. So you guys definitely get out there and check them out and get you a set or two from whoever, whenever. Now, we've talked about it a million times. The 1K giveaway. So, a little storyline. I thought for a long time before I mentioned it, if I was a viewer of somebody's channel and they said, hey, I'm going to do a giveaway, and then you think back in the back of your own mind, like, what would I like to see as a giveaway? Is he going to give away just a model kit? He's going to give away a parts box full of parts, a tool, whatever it may be. They're all excellent choices. Can't go wrong with any of that. Anybody would be thrilled to get it. I'm still thrilled. You know, if somebody said, hey, Rusty, sent me an email. Hey, Rusty, I want to send you something. Hey, you're going to floor me right there and then because, you know, I didn't ask for it and I didn't expect it. But kudos. I would appreciate the hell out of it because it's just, it's a gift. It's a gift out of the heart. Somebody took the time to either buy it or take it out of their own personal stash and they give it to you. You know, it's the importance of it is great because of what it is. So I thought to myself, I wish somebody would do a giveaway that where you got everything you needed. How fantastic would that be? You know, it's my own little pea brain running here, but so it's like, you know, if I ever start a YouTube, that's gonna be my giveaway, my first place giveaway. And it is. First place gets damn near everything they need to build it. Mind you, the talent and the creativity is your own. The choices are your own. Just because I chose a certain genre and kit and everything else doesn't mean you have to build it that way. But it'd be great if you did. There's not a lot of pro touring guys out there. Everybody likes to build one every once in a while to say that they did, but guys that build them constantly and keep up with the evolution of it and how it started and where it started from, that's a different story. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm never going to see anybody. Because I couldn't expect somebody to do that. But you know what? I expect myself to do it. Because I boast so much about it, that particular genre, that you know what? First place is going to be that magnificent. And I say magnificent in, you know, every step of the way about it, what's around it, what's pertaining to it. Anybody can give a kit away. Anybody can give a tool away. And they're all great things to receive. There's nothing wrong with them at all. Ever. I'd never say nothing negative about that. But to me, I wanted it to go above and beyond. So first place prize. You won't get to know what it is today, guys. But you're going to get a sneak peek right here from this gentleman. You're going to get your choice of 3 colors. One of 3 colors. That's to paint your car with. Now, whether you choose to paint it that color, it's up to you. You can use that paint for whatever you want to paint it. You can paint a splotch on your wall with it. I have no say in that. But you're going to get your choice of 3 colors. You're going to get the detailing stuff for the interior, like a shifter. You have a couple choices. You're going to have seat belts and the harness material. The kit doesn't come with a lot. It's not that particular type of kit, but it can be created into that type of kit very easily and will be a beautiful car. So some creativity and imagination has to come into play with this. Whether you have help doing it or, you know, you're experienced enough you can do it. All great things. Or a buddy of yours, doesn't matter. To transform what you're going to get into what it was designed to be in the first place. But you're going to get the engine, all the components of the engine compartment, all the detailing stuff of the engine compartment. That's wires, hoses, whatever I can find and create and put in with it is what you're going to get, all that. So you know you can detail it in something like I would do. You're going to get all the wiring to run brake lines, fuel lines. You know, all that stuff is going to be included in first place, including the kit, which won't be divulged until we're up in the 900s. And also third place will be announced then too. But you're also getting a one-off. No others exist. Can't find them. Don't even bother. The file, I'll read to you what it says. Prints and files not available. Doesn't mean somebody else won't come along and do it, but from this gentleman that designed them, they will not be. So you're getting a one-off set of tires and wheels. Well, the tires are not so much, but the wheels, the important part, are one-off. And then he took it a step further. These were designed for the kit I picked for first place. We won't announce that yet. The center cap has his logo on it. And on each wheel, it's stamped into the wheel, well, 3D printed. 1K or 1000, it's one of the two, I can't remember. And it took me a long time to find it. But if it was black washed to make that detail pop out, you'd see it really prominent on each one of these wheels. So that makes them very unique. And I don't want to give these away. But that was what I set out to do. So whoever wins first place is getting a unique set of tires and wheels. Very unique in a way that even if they were reproduced, they're not going to have the 1K or 1000 inscribed into them. They're not going to have the zforce logo in the center cap. So you're getting something when you set it on the model table and you say one off this, it's exactly that. There is no others. So it makes your build very unique and stand above a little bit, at least when it comes to tires and wheels. And we're going to take one of these out. Give you an idea. They're 20 by 9s for the front, and they're 22 by 14s for the rear. So these are fat boys. And you will have to modify it a little bit, because you're getting a 4-link setup and a Ford 9-inch for the rear setup. So, and you're getting a set of rotors, calipers, and any other components, mufflers, whatever. You're getting all that with this build. And one other thing I can announce is from my good friend Lee Barrett, zforce or Zen Modeling is sending 3 Zen Vac pack sets for each place. So each person is going to get a Zen Vac pack from him and one of his stickers. And it's a great tool to have in your arsenal for picking up flat windshields, whatever, even with a little radius on them to install versus keeping your fingers from getting on them and maybe get the shakes or the jitters and mess up your windshield or back glass or whatever glass you're trying to install. And in certain applications, they work excellent, and you need to have one. But there's the tire and wheel. Excellent rivet detail around the wheel face. Excellent sleeve detail. The tires are still an excellent design. They're super wide. That's why I said you'll have to modify the back end of the car to get these, or vehicle, to get these to fit and fit properly. The center, you're not going to be able to see it until it's maybe at the right angle or black wash, but it says ZF in the center. And on the wheel here somewhere, I can't remember exactly where. It took me like 20 minutes to find it, guys. It says 1K or 1000, one of the two, on each one of the wheels. And that's the wheels. So you'll be getting these, and it says zforce calipers, rotors, which I'll print to go with them. And truly, other than a few detail colors that you're going to be painting your car, and so on and so forth, you're getting everything else. You're getting a nice project that's going to have a big engine, highly detailed engine. All the detailed components, whether you use them all or you don't, you're getting them. And quite a few other goodies thrown in with your choice of 1 of 3 colors of paint to paint the body. Primer's up to you, because I know a lot of people are particular on a primer. So yeah, those are it. One off, guys. There is no others. Not right now. And if they are, they'll never have that 1K or 1000 on them. That's for you, whoever wins first place. And my way of saying thank you, and the way of Ryan's way to say thank you for all you guys that have come and asked him for certain wheels and tires, and and he's made them for you, and so on and so forth. So get those subs up, guys. That's the way to make this happen a lot faster. We're at a good number. We slowly, we climb, then we fall down a little bit, and we climb. We're still doing that, but I'm hoping to get over that hump, and we get in that 900s, and we can reveal the kit. We can reveal the engine. I already know what engine and the components for the engine are going to be. There'll be a couple variants in there, and then a bunch of other stuff that's going to go with it. Third place, I already know what it's going to be, but they also get one of those Zenvac pack pins. Same way second place, they get a pin. We've already seen what second place is. I'm nobody, but I autographed the box. You're going to get a kit that I built. It took me a while to build it, a couple weeks. It's very simplistic, but I've left it open to where you can kind of put your own stamp on it, so to speak. You can finish detailing the interior. You can add an engine to it if you want. There's a lot of variables in there. But if not, you got a nice little shelf thing, and you got my autograph to sit behind it, and people know where you got it from, and so on and so forth. Key to this giveaway, guys, remember, this ain't a one and done, subscribe to me for a week and, unsubscribe after you win. It's not going to happen. I research all my comments and all my subs all the time. You've got to be subbed to this channel. You've had to at least made at least one comment on one of my videos. So when I get the names, I'm immediately going to go back through my whole archive of 100 plus videos and verify that you're in it for the long haul like me, and that you're deserving of a first place prize of this magnitude, even second place or third place. Third place is a first place prize, guys, and anybody's giveaways. So if that sheds any light to it, I hope it does. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's my way of saying thank you to all of you for taking the time out watching my video, coming along with me on my journey. And if you're not subbed to me, it's free. Hit that bell notification. Go back and watch my very first video. It's imperative, because when we do the grand reopening, which is not far away, days, you'll be able to compare the two videos and see how much the shop's transformed, what we've done, and then as you get time, go back and watch the other videos, and you'll kind of see in what direction we're trying to go in, and my whole premises for what I'm doing, and the builds that I have done so far, and projects that I've started and I haven't finished. You'll get to see all that kind of stuff there. So Monday will be dedicated, like I said, to MGSF. It's sponsored by them for that day, not by cash, guys. Remember, I don't get paid for this stuff. It's their items that are sponsoring that video, so they deserve the utmost attention on that video. And MGSF has done it. They've sent us a box full of great product and parts. I can tell you right now, they're very, very nicely made. They're very comparative to another company. We'll mention their name, but yet different. And comparative to several, actually, but different. And this guy's got a great thing going, and he deserves a segment just for him. Mark and me have communicated, and I've sent him a list of things that I'd like to bring, if we can make it possible anyways, to bring to the channel for content throughout this year. And hopefully as we get it in, it's something he can do, or if I can do it, I'll buy it, and we'll bring it on board as content. My question for all of you out there is to take a look. You can see we're at the diorama table. We've got the gas station out, so I've got my base out. I will not be using this base. I thought about it, and it raises up and sets too high from what I'm trying to do. Our base is 3 feet long by 2 feet wide from front to back. My mindset was this crap is just going to peel right off. I'm not experienced in drywall. I know how to put it up. I know how to do the mud work and, patch a little area. But usually, you see areas like this, I feather this down as much as I can get it, and then I skim twice past the distance that it is and feather it in until I get a nice smooth coat of fresh drywall mud over it. But I need the raw plaster surface. for what I'm trying to do here. So if any of you know how to remove this and expose that plaster, please leave it down in the comments or send me an email. Either one would be great. I've tried both sides and it just does the same thing. It peels so far and stops, or it separates the gray layer from the brown layer, or the brown layer to even more brown. And I need to get it off there so I can get going on laying out the premises for the diorama here. We've also started the small group build. Just a quick gander at it. This is a horrible kit. I cannot say it anymore. Multiple piece body, but we did manage to get it together. Modifications I've made. The front detail was non-existent, so I had the right size styrene strips. So you can see that ended them right where they needed to be. They're equal. We added that detail so we can, paint that or chrome it. Fenders were out of whack, so we had to reshape those a little bit to get them to fit. So we're good there now. Seams, I've used gap filling CA glue, and we've sanded it. We still got to do a little more sanding. It's got to get washed. And then the gap between the dashboard and the back of the windshield frame was hideous. So now, I wasn't expecting to do that. I got to sand that down and shape it so the dash fits in there nice and tight, like it should. And then everything else actually goes together pretty nice. Well, I say that, now I'm struggling, but I am trying to do it with one hand. There we go. It wants to pop up, but once it's glued down, there it goes. Once it's glued down, it fits nice and tight. You can see the body lines. We had to do some scribing up here on the fenders. We got to do a little more where the hood would actually be separated on both sides. So we just got to clean it up a little bit, wash it, and get it into primer. The rest will be picked out and detailed by hand. Interior color will be the saddle color interior, along with the bonnet back here, the top being down, with chrome accents. The inside of the body panels are the door panels, so you can see the detail there. So I got to kind of stage as I paint over and blah, blah, blah. Body color has not been picked yet, but we are using the kit tires and wheels. So there's going to be a lot of, like the inside will be painted body color. This will be chrome. The outer ring will be chrome, and then white wall and black tire. So that'll be a little tricky. We have to chrome the bumpers. We have to chrome the grill because it is part of it. Dashboard will be body color. Steering column will be body color. Steering wheel will be two-toned. Maybe body color in the center here. Well, can you see it there? There. In the center, and maybe a brown handle around the outside of the hand grips. Everything that's supposed to be chrome will be chrome. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it. That's maybe an hour's worth of work. I kind of got tired and back was hurting, so I had to sit down for a while. I was like, you know what, I better get started on this. So broke it out. Once we get the shop done, we'll be jumping in, elbows deep into the Ghost of Kiev. And as I'm waiting for stuff to dry and set up on that, we're going to get the Volkswagen finished because it's so close. I mean, I might have an hour's worth of work on it. And then we have one done off our list, and then we can bring down the gray Stang. No, not the gray Stang. We're going to finish up the 32. Then the gray Stang, and we got the Charger, Ring Brothers Charger. And over here we've got Viewer's Choice, which is what you guys picked to see. And then we got J's that we're all going to be starting on all that. So we're going to be quite busy. And then in between, getting started on this diorama. So now that I got a little mad money and I got some more coming, I got a little job to do that I can make some extra money. We can get some files and start getting those printed. Get our landscaping materials. Most of that I'll be ordering off of eBay. I can get quantity. Some of it over quality, and then some of it quality over quantity. Playing both ends of it from the research I've done. It's probably about $100 and something worth of stuff to get what I'm going to need to do. Maybe all three. We should be able to squeeze all three out of it. Maybe other than a few little things. But there's going to be more trips back to get more balsa wood, metal, tubing, being square around, stuff like that. Some solder. This, like the grandstands for gastronites, that's all going to be soldered. Metal handrail. The benches are metal, but I don't know if I'm going to go that route of going that far in detail on it. We'll see, but definitely the handrail and the other railing and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to do a little soldering. So there's a few things we got to get, and ideas I have, different techniques, stuff like that. But I'm glad you guys are watching this. I hope you like what Ryan has sent us. And if you do, get over there to see him on Colts. If you're a printer or you know somebody that prints and you can get stuff made for you, get it that way. Get over to Iceman Collections. Tell Joel I sent you. Say hi. And that you're interested in, you know, the sets of wheels I showed you, especially these Dukes of Hazzard style wheels and the BF Goodrich tires, and all the other ones. Ones with the Kragers, big wide tires. Colts. What else was there? He sent all these. All these will look great on any build. You can even put the Ken Block wheels. These will look great on a truck. You know, or you want to put them on a Mustang and get as close to replica as you can. Good place to start. The right tires and wheels. So, and those are free, guys. You just got somebody that knows how to print you off a set. And then, yeah, I don't know how well my wife will be on me filming it. So we're going to play that one by ear. Maybe I'll show her progress. Maybe she'll pop in for a second for one video or something. We'll see. That's yet to be determined. And go check out these other fine gentlemen. Butch at Butch's Basement Builds. Pablo. You gotta go check his work out and follow him and watch his videos. Super nice guy. And again, thank you to Craig for buying the pie wagon. That is getting sent out tomorrow morning, brother. And I'll send you a tracking number after I get it to the post office, so you can be tracking it and keeping track of when it's going to be at your doorstep. And again, anybody, guys, anything you see in the backgrounds, let me tap that out of the way. Anything you see in the background you want more information on, you want to see it up close and personal, anything I know about it, just let me know. Anything I use, what kind of paintbrushes do I use, what kind of thinners, anything like that that you're curious about, you just got to ask. And I'll be glad to either incorporate it into a video, or I'll make a video about it all about itself, or multiple things. Does not matter. Shop cards are still available. I'm down to about a dozen. So they've been going pretty fast here recently. So just send me an email, which is always down below, as is Mark at Hobby Nut Models, as is Ryan Jones at zforce Model Works, and MGSF. Their logos are always down there in a place you can get to them. Now, just keep in mind that MGSF, his products are shipped out to online hobby stores. And Hero Boy is the most common, most popular, everybody would be familiar with. Right now, he is trying to branch out into the U.S., so hopefully he gets that connection, and that'll benefit us all a little bit better. Keep that shipping cost down, falling on the budget that we always talk about. And yeah, Monday will be a video all about that. So you guys stay tuned. Hit that bell notification. If you're not already subbed, please hit that sub button. It's free. Go back and watch those videos. Let's get this channel going. Let's get it going. The giveaway. Remember, one-off wheels. Beautiful wheels. Absolutely beautiful. And the detail on these things, even if it didn't have the 1K stamp or ZF in the center, the design of those are absolutely beautiful. The shapes. You guys are going to love them. 1K, guys. 1K. That and a bunch of other stuff. So, stay tuned. Same bat time. Zzz. Same bat channel. Zzz. Oh, there's no zzz. Same bat channel. Same bat times. Monday, maybe a Wednesday. Friday, definitely. Thank you to everybody, from the newest sub to the oldest sub. I can't thank you guys enough. And I'm babbling now. So we're going to call it quits. It's weekend time, guys. No football, anything to interrupt. I'm sure there might be basketball fans out there. I'm almost definitely sure there is. Take a little time. Inspire somebody. get in this hobby. Inspire yourself by watching videos. And the icing on the cake is take some time out and start building a model, no matter what kind it is. Miniatures, dioramas, and everything in between. That's what this whole hobby is all about. And a little creativity. And a willing to do it. Any questions? Don't hesitate to ask, guys. I love all of y'all. Thank you again. This is Rusty Rotor. I'll see you Monday, and I'm out.